Previously on Watchers in Death, we have the party following the path that Zerenian suggests to get them out of the Kafdar Sea, the quickest path to get to their location. An even deeper and even darker location than they were currently at, but it saved them the limitless journey that it would take to get through the Kafdar Sea again. And it saved Zerenian the heartbreak of seeing his old kingdom, his old people, all washed away. This tunnel was long and dark, dug years ago, maybe thousands of years ago, by some unknown beast, and was a path deemed too dangerous by the Aiden of the Deepkin to take on their coastal raids. 8 days of traveling passed, with small communications between Zerenian and the rest of the Watchers, getting him more accustomed to their culture, their way of life, the way things work. And he realized that these Watchers, unlike their brethren, are soulless beings, much like the Namarti he was used to working with in the past. Upon reaching the end of their travel through this tunnel, the Watchers are ambushed by some Gloomspite Gits that were lying in waiting for a while. It would seem that when the Watchers felt eyes upon them in the tunnels, they were right. The goblins were scouting them out for days, and they had set up an ambush in wait for these Watchers, by a loon boss no less. The plan: kill the Watchers, kill the elf, and take their shiny things. Upon falling prey to this ambush, the Watchers were easily able to cut out of the nets and kill any would-be attackers of the Gloomspite Gits, causing them to flee back further into the tunnels towards their loon shrine. And there they met the loon boss and his full plan, and the Gloomspite Gits en masse. But as the fighting took place, a lot of noises, a lot of screaming, a lot of battle took place, and in doing so, woke up some trolls. These trolls were none too happy about being woken up. It seems that they warned the goblins beforehand that they shouldn't be noisy, they shouldn't wake up the trolls need their sleep. And upon waking up, they decided to crush the goblins under their clubs, crush the squigs, kick them, bat them, and eat them, and just throw them all about. And this quickly led to the demise of the loon boss that laid the ambush. And then, when the loon boss went down, the rest of the goblins fled to the small crevices in the caverns where the Watchers couldn't chase them, and left the Watchers fighting one of the trolls as the other had fallen prey to squigs. The Watchers quickly cleaned up the remaining goblins and the one singular troll, almost to no effort at all. Shortly afterwards, though, they heard a grumbling in the deep, and a deep footstep, and an angry voice. It would seem the troll boss had woken up as well. He was a bit further away, though, and when he arrived, he noticed the black-clad Watchers in Death cutting down his brother troll, and cutting down the goblins that he found himself allied to. And rage took him, and he charged at the Watchers. But alas, it was a little too impetuous, and he was no match for the mighty Zana as she cut him down with one fell swoop from her grand staff. And from there, relatively unharmed, the Watchers were able to pass the tunnels and eventually get to where they were trying to go. Upon exiting the tunnels, the Watchers found themselves in a deep, gloomy, dark forest, long dead, with the sounds of battle in the distance, but far in the distance. They didn't make much of it. They figured they could make their way through these woods with no trouble. After all, they had the astral compass to guide them, and the astral compass always pointed towards the direction they needed to go. But after hours of traveling, they realized that they've gone in a large circle, several times in fact, and while doing so, they felt like they had these eyes watching them. Something was always watching them. And they got into an argument amongst themselves about, was this the true path? They blamed the elf Zerenian. He had promised that this path would be the quickest route to Lagash-Sin, their destined city. After discussing in some arguments, they decided to keep going forward, that this was the best path. And the battling seemed to get louder, the battling seemed to get closer. Either they got closer to it, or the battle got closer to them. It didn't matter. They decided that they're going to find this battle. They're going to hunt it down and interrogate any survivors as to the quickest way out of the woods. Well, it would turn out that the battle was brought to them. Some Ungors running frantically out of the woods, ambushed the Watchers in Death. Well, ambushed. They were cut down upon contact with the Watchers in Death. And from there, they followed the sounds of battle, where they realized that the Beasts of Chaos were in fact fighting some sort of guerrilla force of Sylvaneth. And upon noticing the Sylvaneth ran into the woods, and they noticed a mysterious leader leading them. But they were not to be seen for moments after, or for a while afterwards. Upon leaving the battle with the Beasts of Chaos, the Sylvaneth were useless allies, or they were would-be allies, leaving the Watchers in Death to deal with the Beasts of Chaos all on their own, which wasn't much of a problem. The Bestigors proved to be capable enemies, but were eventually cut down by the martial prowess of the Watchers in Death. The plan continued. They followed the combats, and they seen more Sylvaneth fighting. In fact, they seen this mysterious leader again, who then again backed away, leaving the Watchers in Death to deal with the Beasts of Chaos. And then the captain decided, enough of this. He made a very impetuous move to use his Storm Leap ability to get further into the fray, get behind the Beasts of Chaos and ambush them from behind, while the rest of the Watchers attacked them from the front. In doing so, he realized that he jumped right into the thick of a massive battle that involved a Gorgon, some Bolgors, an actual Beast Lord and a Shaman leading the Beasts of Chaos, and a very weak and not capable force of Sylvaneth that looked like they were about to get cut down. In fact, they were just cut down. It looked like they had a plan to avoid all contact with the rest of the Beasts of Chaos and attack the Gorgon directly, as if that was their goal. And in doing so, they were caught by ambushing Beasts of Chaos coming out of the woods and attacking them from behind. And throughout this combat, the Sylvaneth forces were wiped out, but the Watchers in Death were able to push through and meet up with the Lord Celestin Augustus. Though he was in a perilous situation as he was surrounded by a Beast Lord and Bolgors. By the time the Watchers finally reached the Lord Celestin, he had already cut down a good amount on his own, but he had taken multiple head wounds, and the mysterious Sylvaneth ally showed themselves with some Dryad allies that charged into combat, and from there out, it was pretty easy to take out the Beasts of Chaos. In fact, Zana, much like the Troll Lord, took out the Gorgon all on her own, and this was a much more powerful Gorgon than the Watchers may have ever faced in the past. But to Zana, it was no match. In fact, she had quite a bit of help from Huron, who landed some critical blows to the Gorgon's head and greatly weakened him. And then from there, they cut down the Bolgors, and then they cut down the Beast Lord, and remained was a Shaman, who was eventually taken down by a clear shot from Huron. And from there, they learned the rest of what happened from last week's episodes of The Watchers in Death. The Watchers and their other companions stood before the dais of Lagash-Sin's Throneroom. The skeletal knights surrounding them remained perfectly silent, as did the ranks of ancient wights before them. The cavernous interior of the Heart Ziggurat loomed around them, resounding with the shrieks of millions of nesting bats and other monstrosities above. Hundreds of mortals were clustered inside, still and muted, even if their fear was almost palpable. Other Deathrattle legionnaires stood sentinel among them. The sounds of battle and the screams of the mortal garrison echoed in through the monolithic gate, and upon the dais, the quarry of the Watchers conversed with a monstrous winged being that all but towered over her. The Watchers could not hear what the Vampire Queen said to her misshapen courtier, but both of their gazes were directed at them. Eventually, the giant Soulblight monstrosity stepped back, and the ranks of the wights parted, as the Queen gestured with one pale hand for the Watchers to approach. The Sylvaneth creature and Zarenian elected to stay behind, neither of them wishing to approach the abominable Soulblight monarch. As they reached the dais before the throne, the gargantuan vampire spoke.
Kneel before Queen Eshnuuna of Lagash-Sin, first of her name, Lady of a Million Wings, Duchess of Ashmunak, and Countess Regent of the Black Shards and Anath-Sin.
The creature bellowed, his low, ferocious voice echoing across the chamber, sending rippling waves through the roosting bats. None of the Watchers knelt. The vampire queen narrowed her eyes as she sat cross-legged on her throne. A curling half-smile formed on her red lips, sardonic and bemused. "With all due respect," Augustus began, his voice diplomatic but cold, "we are the children of Sigmar and we do not kneel before the dead." "And with all due respect," Zana added, less diplomatically, "you are currently the queen of nothing. Nulamian banners flap all over your lands." Augustus shot Zana a reprimanding glare, while Huron gave a smirk. Below, Zeranian and the Sylvaneth bristled, but the undead phalanx remained motionless, and while the hulking vampire stepped forward, bearing his fangs, a subtle raise of the queen's hand stayed his fury. She did not stand, nor did the sardonic smile leave her lips. "How astute," Queen Eshnuuna said, softly, though her voice carried in the acoustics of the chamber well enough for the watchers to hear. "Tell me, are all of the children of the God King so observant that they can discern basic markings on banners?" She shook her head slowly. "Then do not kneel, as I would not kneel before the throne of your God."
My queen, let me send these impudent wretches back to their accursed realm,
the giant vampire growled, clicking his claws. "Calm yourself, Lord Ishemkur. We must, regrettably, do business with these thralls of the God King, as unusual as they are." Eshnuuna cocked her head, sniffing the air. "Besides, I doubt they would return to High Azir. How curious. No reek of storms, no flare of the tempest within, only a void, a gap." "We are cursed," Augustus said. "Sigmar's storm has left us, and we are imprisoned here in Shaish. As close to the dead as we are, we need the assistance of one who is truly unliving for a task of monumental importance." "Yes, yes," the queen said, slowly rising from her throne as a swarm of bats descended from one of the open windows above and coiled around her before disappearing into the gloomy alcoves. "So I've heard. Your master came here years ago and requested my assistance in the working of shade glass. My forges in the Blackshard Peaks is one of the few places in all of the realms that can shape such material." "Indeed," Augustus nodded. "Though as I understand it, reaching this forge without your guidance is effectively impossible," the queen finished. Moving towards the watchers, her massive guardian kept pace. "But alas, I fear we may need to continue this conversation at another time, another place." Augustus cocked his head. "Why?" "Because my eyes, in their teeming multitude, show me that your arrival has provoked the enemy forces and drawn a new foe in their midst," she responded. "We brought a new foe here?" Huron asked. "Oh yes," the queen said, gesturing with one hand. With a ripple of sudden motion, the ranks of Graveguard and the hulking armored wights leading them raised their weapons. "I fear you are hunted as well. The Grim Hailer rides with a host of Nighthaunt, and even now their forces bolster the Nulhamian legions."
My lady,
the towering vampire growled.
"Let me face your foes."
"No, Ishemkur." She gently stroked the vampire's forearm. "You must ready my chariot." Making a sidelong glance at Zana, she continued, "As impudent as the Stormcast Witch is, she speaks truthfully. Doom was a long time coming. Lagash-Sin might hold for another year against Nulhamia alone, but with the Grimhailer's arrival, I fear this will be its final stand, and I do not intend on dying with my city." "How noble," Zana muttered. The queen gave a thin-lipped smile. "Why don't your kind worry about the false notions of nobility and courage, while I ready what remains of my legion to hold the line until my chariot has been summoned? That way, we can all escape this doom together, and I can ferry you to that which you seek so desperately." As one, the skeletal warriors in the chamber shifted their ranks, presenting shields to the yawning entrance of the ziggurat, even as the remaining mortal defenders outside began to rush in. Propelled by a blind panic stemming from the horrors that pursued them, a torrent of shrieking, winged creatures rushed in behind them, and immediately the teeming swarms of bats already within the ziggurat detached themselves from the ceiling to intercept the intruders. In an instant, the roof of the chamber was concealed beneath a screeching maelstrom of battling vermin. Blood and leathery winged corpses began to rain down from above as the slaughter commenced. The queen turned to Zana. Or you can so valiantly and selflessly expend your lives protecting the tatters of this doomed city for another few moments. A most worthy end, I'm sure. If Zana had a retort, it was quickly lost as a spectral wail began to build, echoing through the chamber until it reached a cacophonous crescendo of nightmarish volume. Panic spread, and the mortal populace of Lagash-Sin fled deeper into the bowels of the ziggurat, passing through the motionless ranks of undead that raised their shields in defiance towards the howling gale of specters that began to billow in through the open gate.
We play and call it work.
Here we have the setup for this, well, not really an ambush, but we have the Nighthaunt forces that the Watchers in Death have brought to this ziggurat, and we have the defense forces, the Watchers in Death, with some of the latent undead that the Queen commands, and you know, some human followers as well, some Black Knights on the side, and this is simply survive long enough, Steve. Very easy.
I can do that.
You have to survive for X amount of waves, and then you have to get off. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be this corner.
The value of X is? The value of X is?
You'll find out when that value comes up. What we should do, no. It's going to be maybe 2. Maybe at least 2. I'll tell you one thing. It's at least 1.
Ah,
You have to survive at least 1 wave.
I don't never narrow this down.
You know what? Instead of it being just this corner, because that's a little too easy, you can prepare for that. We're gonna roll a d6 on a 4 up. It'll be that corner. On a 5 up, oh sorry, yeah, on a 1 to 3, it'll be this corner, the one you have to escape on. That's the one the throne will arrive on. In addition, before we begin, I believe we should level up the Queen and give her some catch up to the rest of the party. Now, Huron's level 6, being the lowest level, so that is where she'll be thrown at. So we're gonna roll 5 upgrades for her. And again, I want to apologize for the echo in the room currently. We were spoiled by our previous studios that had a lot of crap thrown all over the place. So these are much cleaner studios as we are now recording this narrative campaign in the new building.
Soundproofing is coming. It's almost over here.
Yes. So we're working on, there's 6 studios, we've got 1 done, we're kind of working our way through. This is unfortunately not one of the ones that is finished. All right, we're going to start with D66 first level up. So 62?
Yep.
That is the first level up of, that was an Arcane Conduit, which is +1 to casting for her. And it's going to be a 34. And that Spellbinder, +1 spell to cast.
Nice.
She's level 2 now. That's a 53. Eternal Legion. This is a very powerful, unique upgrade for her in the fact that she is able to summon units of 10 skeletons, up to 2 of them. Now she can summon 3. So the 4th upgrade is going to be 44, which is going to be Curse of Years. Gains the ability to cast Curse of Years. And for all of you who are curious, yes, that is in fact Archon the Black's Curse of Years, where it can be infinite mortal wounds. I like that. And 1 more roll, 23. So she's getting to be a very powerful caster. 23 gives her Ghostly Edge. Her Soul Razor Rend is increased by 1. So it's Rend 2 now. And for anyone curious of her abilities, we have this sheet. Hard to make out. And yes, she does only have a 6-up armor save. She is quite squishy. And these are the upgrades. As you can see, Steve's penmanship is pristine.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
The forces of the Nighthaunt breaking in on a, we'll say on a 4-up they go first. As they, they keep that momentum going. Oh, wow. All right. Hey, Nighthaunt turn 1. Yay. I want to note before I actually start moving anything that we are playing as close to a normal game as possible for this narrative mission. We're not going to be using the minion rules, and at this point, we're going to just do normal experience per wound, per unit killed, stuff like that. Just because there's only 3 missions left, so if people level up a few extra times, oh, who cares? They're already super high level.
You can't call it a normal game when Huron's here.
What?
So it's going to be an amazing game.
It's going to be outstanding. Yeah. Is he going to go forward?
This is episode 9?
This is 9, yes.
Episode 9, Death of Huron?
Is that what you want to call it?
Yeah.
I think it's called the Throneroom.
Episode 9, Death of Huron in the Throneroom.
There you go, done.
Not doing anything in the hero phase. I am acquiring a command point though, and I will be playing these with the Nighthaunt allegiance. Anything that shows up, I'll declare their allegiance when they show up. Up 6 inches they go. It's about a 10-inch charge, so might as well go for that Nighthaunt charge to get in there and crash into the lines of skeletons. Ending there, running them an extra 6 inches, geez. With that, they're gonna go way around the flanks. Running, extra 2, I'm just gonna go here. And moving up, these Chain Rasp 6. Running these Hex Rays, an additional 2. We're gonna go 14 inches, but you know what? They're not gonna go the full 14. Those Black Knights are gonna get them if I go any further, I suspect. And moving up 12 on him. I think the Black Knights are gonna get him anyways, but gotta be impetuous, gotta go forward with these forces. That's it, no shooting right on a charger, starting with this little blob of 20 Chain Rasp forward. Needing a 10? No, they fail. I'm not gonna re-roll. They're gonna charge. Ah, they fail too, and that's it for Nighthaunt as they move forward. Brings it to your hero phase, where you have a butt ton of things you probably want to do.
Well, first I want to empower Augustus to Xana.
That's easy. I got no way to stop it.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to empower anybody else. We're going to put Mystic Shield onto the Knights.
Okay. That's a good.
Nice. I like that.
And then that's her done. Now you have another level 2 wizard.
I do. Alright, Queen Eshnuuna is going to cast Animate Bones. Casting value 7.
She gets a +1. 10 skeletons stand up there as a screening unit. Not in range for anything else. Onto movement.
Send them up. These skeletons are just going to make the wall. Because that's what skeletons do.
Right.
Oh no.
They get bonuses if they stand still.
Yeah, but you're out of range.
Oh.
But I want to get like... Alright, so first of all, Huron. The brave Huron's going to run.
Very brave. An extra 5. Wow. Out he comes.
These skeletons are going to run to... Oh, they're not going to be able to protect Huron completely. I wanted to get them all the way over there.
You sound so sad. You're supposed to love him. Don't forget.
You're supposed to love him.
Don't forget.
We're just going to move the heroes about. You're not going to be in range of anything, are you, sir? He's just going to move it this way. We're going to shuffle the line with the great fighters. Just move them over this way a little bit. And we're going to shuffle characters a little bit. Like this. And the handgunner's going to go protect the queen.
Oh, alrighty. That is it for movement, no shooting because Huron ran. I assume we have a Black Knight charge.
We do. Here it come.
Bam. Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's an 11.
Yep, I love it.
Woo! What are we getting in?
We're going to do the thing where we go way over on this part of the thing.
A little ways around.
Yeah, I'm going to see if we can make them...
This is the only charge. Would you like to pile in with them?
No, I like that spot.
Yeah, they're on range already.
Alright, we're starting off with lances and swords. We're hitting on 3s. And 3s.
Because they charge, that's 5 wounds. 2 damage each, giving me a 4-up save. That is 4 damage in total. I am wholly within 12 of a hero though, so 6 is to ignore. You kill 1 and wound another. Down to 1. And then we have horsies.
Hot and on 4s. Hot and on 4s, I said.
Hot on 4s.
And 5s, too.
On 5s. And 4-up saves. 6 up to ignore the damage. And a horse tramples a horse. I suppose that's my turn. Well, it's going to go generally close to everyone because I can't tell who the closest is. You'll go there. And you'll squeak your way in. Hit on 4s with the sides. 6s are frightful touches, but, you know, undead aren't afraid of undead. 3s to wound with a rend. So we have 3 rends. They go to a 6-up armor because they got 5-up base. And that is 1 damage each.
Roll
Yeah, that's right. Mystic Shield. Ooh. And then that'll be just, yeah, they have no hero nearby to support. So, and for their heroes, it would be just the queen.
Yeah, makes sense.
So 1 dies and 1 takes a wound. Put a wound on the banner there. And I got horsies. 4s. Wow, horses. 5s? We got 1. 4-up armor because of your shield rule. And that's just 1 dead guy.
Okay.
2 for 2. Obviously no battle shocks to take over there. We're gonna move on to Nighthaunt. Now I know in a normal game you roll for the double turn, but we're gonna keep that simple where just Steve go, I go, Steve goes, I go, Steve goes, I go, Steve goes. Just to keep the waves making sense. Moving up 6 inches. Oh, I guess I should do a hero. I don't have anything in the hero phase. I don't need him. These are only close combat or combat phase command abilities. Both squads of Chain Rasp move up. The Knight of Shrouds, yeah, he'll go looking for a fight. And as will the Hex Rays. They're It's gonna end up falling for the bait, I suppose. You know what? He's gonna go land up here because he's fast. This Knight of Shrouds is gonna go help out these Hex Raids. Scrap that. He's gonna go over here, give a hero support bubble to these guys. He's gonna go take out Huron, obviously. He sees a chance to go take out a legendary hero.
Huron will die.
As the battle rages, you hear more units marching on, and the rest of the Nolamian, Nolamia? The rest of the forces of Neferata have arrived in the form of Heavy Soul Blight and Graveguard. So we have 2 squads of 20 Graveguard here. We have 2 squads of Blood Knights and 2 Vampire Lords leading this force. We'll say you have the Amaranthine Orb, and you're gonna have Soul Spike as a spell. They marched out 12 inches just so they can be relevant later in the game, and these ones are more than 9 inches away from them still. Got nothing for shooting. Onto charging. These Blood Knights are going to attempt to charge. They need a 9. They are going to fail. You know what? They'll re-roll it. Let's see if they can't get right into the fray from this hero here. No, not today. 2 other charging. This Knight of Shrouds will attempt to charge. Yeah, they'll go first. Bam! They get the big. Oh, they didn't get the big Nighthaunt charge. Ending there. They're going to charge in 6. Good enough to get them in. I'm just going to try and keep it so they're both obviously different units. Boom. This Knight of Shrouds is going to charge 7. Yeah, he'll just, if he can fit right here. And lastly, that squad. Good enough. Good enough. No Nighthaunt charges today for this side. And this Knight of Shrouds. Boom. 5. Ooh. No, he still makes it in. Hooah! Legendary hero acquired. He's just gonna be normal Knight of Shrouds though. We'll go him first. Obviously, we have to take down the very terrifying hero. So, hitting on 3s, no frightful touches. Wounding on 3s. 4 wounds. Friend of 1. He takes 4. That's 6 damage. He's down. Rolling on the injury table. 2d6.
8?
I think it's an 8, yeah. Remember, he's got that permanent injury of +1 on the wounding and injury charge. So that's a 9. That's a cracked skull, right?
That's a cracked skull. -1 to hit.
Yay! And he gains a wound token naturally. So the Knight of Shrouds is done. He's not going to, no point in attacking with his mount.
I guess we'll go with these skeletons.
Skeletons. You get 1 attack each.
We're gonna put 4 into the Knight of Shrouds over here. No, nothing.
They hit on 4s because they have a hero within 18 inches.
Okay.
And 4s. 1. 4 up. We're good. And 6 into the Hex Rays. And 4s. Hey, nice. I got saves. I fail 1. I have a hero with wholly within 12, and we fail. We take a damage. Yeah, boom. You. You know what? No, you. Onto these Hex Rays. Let's see if they can.
Yeah, get the ship over there.
Do you want to fight over here first?
No.
Okay. We'll go backwards with you, but we'll turn you around so you look better. Forced hit. 6 is a frightful touch. Ooh, they're scared now. We got 2 frightful touches, 1 hit, and a wound. -1. They make it. And 6 with the actual mounts. Doing amazing. Good job, guys. And 1 wound. 4 up. Ooh. It's 3. Oh, it's just 3 wounds. That's right, because no hero nearby. And wounding the musician. Alright, these skeletons, we have 10 of the 7 in range to attack them.
7.
Sorry, 7 out of the 10. 10 of the 7! They hit on 3s because of hero support. And 3. 5 up. Because we're not using the minion rule. And, yep, 6 up. We lose 1 guy. And then we have 3 to the other squad. 2 hits. No, you get banished by a skeleton. These Hex Rays are going to attack. Yeah, they're going to attack. All of them into the skeletons on 4s. We have 1 frightful touch and 4 wounds. 5 dead so far from the Hex Rays charging into them. And Spectral Hooves on 4s. Look at that roll. Look at that roll. I played a game yesterday, it was awful. This is obviously making up for it. We got 2 wounds. 5 ups. Oh, nice. Skeletons over here are piling in.
Nobody are they.
8 guys in range to swing. 3s because they got swords. 4s. He's got a 4 up. He's doubly good. All of the chain rasp attacks on 4s. And that was that squad here. 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s for my unit size. We have 1. Hey. Only 6 wounds. 5 ups. And that's 4 going down. Oh. And then the other squad, I guess they can still pile in, but they're not going to get many attacks. Piling like that, just going a little bit further, trying to keep the units separate. Into the skeletons on 4s, and a 4. We got 1 wound. And they're holding. Black Knights. 2. 4 up. No hero support, that's 1 damage. We'll put it on the not Hell Wraith. And the Horsies. 1 hit. And a wound. 4 up. We die. Boom. Boom. Huron.
Got a hit.
Oh, he hit?
No.
No, okay. Your hero phase.
We're gonna empower him.
Augustus. +1, so yes.
It's 5 to cast anyway.
Oh, okay, you're
We're gonna
good.
spend a command point and empower her.
Well, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Boom. I'll try and stop that one with one of my vampires. I need to show a 8 to stop that. I do. So no empower on her. So it was this vampire that just dispelled that.
Flint Arc.
The Corpuscant Arc.
You got it.
Nice. I'm not gonna try and stop that. Who? I assume it's gonna go on one of these 2 units. That one there. There's still 20 there. Rolling this twice. We have 2 more wounds so far, with an additional 1. Hero holding within 12, so 2 go down. So boom, boom.
Animate bones.
10 more skeletons.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ooh. Whoa.
Yeah, animate bones.
Okay. Ooh. Is that a 7 to go up?
It's a 7.
That's a fail.
Alright, we are gonna do...
Even with the +1.
We're gonna do Curse of Fears.
Huge! You just need a 5 up. That's good. I am gonna try and stop that. That's a total of a 7. I need an 8 with this
I
vampire.
don't think so.
Actually, yeah, it might not be in range now that I think about it. 30? Oh, it's close. Okay, it is close. No stopping. So is it gonna be this squad or that squad? Or is it, who's it gonna be actually?
If I remember correctly, I don't have to spell in front of me, isn't it? I roll 10 dice.
You pick a unit, roll 10 dice. For every 6 is a more wound, then for every 5, for every 4, for every 3. You're gonna try and whittle him down?
Yep.
Alright. So 10 dice. So the way this works, everyone, Steve's gonna roll these 10 dice. Every 6 is a more wound.
Take worse, take worse.
And it whiffs.
Run and retreat.
Nice. Screen! Sacrificial lambs!
Run and retreat.
Run and retreat! Hey, that's what you gotta do. Run! Hey, the queen is sending them forth to buy them time until the carriage arrives. I'm sorry, is Huron staying?
Yeah, I'll stay.
Okay. So Augustus moving up.
Run and retreat.
Run and retreat?
Yeah, we'll run it.
Oh, just enough? Yeah.
Just gonna stop you from getting...
Just another screen.
Yeah.
Anything there?
Run and retreat.
Nice. You gotta stay 3 inches away.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's rules in this game. No. We're running.
Okay.
What we're trying to do now is make it so you can't...
Like engage sound without engaging them?
Yeah.
Yeah, pull the graveyard in. Classic.
Just get out of here. We'll go here. They are going to run, because I don't think whittling you down is going to do much.
Just gonna buy as much time as you can.
As much as I possibly can. And she's going to move back.
Just to stay in range to shoot.
Yep.
Shoot bugs.
Shoot bugs. He is going to move. We're not going to go in.
Poor Huron.
No, we're gonna stay
holding
here.
the front.
Protect Maeve.
Gotcha. Huron is wife.
Time to shoot. We're going to spend command points on his. We'll do his first.
Ooh, the I can't remember. It's been sold.
Yeah, D3 damage on. Okay, so first of all, how many shots do we get?
4.
And we're hitting on. I can't remember.
Well, he does have lookout, sir, because of that.
Yep.
So
I can't reroll that. Oh wait, was it? How was reroll everything?
Yeah, I think we said empowered to roll any hit rolls.
2.
Just because I don't like the modifier thing.
We have 2.
2 more 8. But the Ren won't matter because I'm a ghost. So I make one fail on D3 damage. 1. I ignore on a 6. I don't. I take 1. He has got 5 remaining.
Huron's gonna shoot. He hits on 3s, 4s because of crack skull, 5s to lookout, sir.
5 because of lookout, sir. That's right. Yep.
And 4s.
1. 4 up. Hey.
And Maeve. 9 shots.
Into the same guy.
Oh yeah.
Try and take him out.
Hitting on 3s to lookout, sir.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And 5s.
4 up. Fail it. 6 up. Fail it. Down to 4. Oh.
And Huron's gonna fight.
And then Huron right in the fight phase.
5s. 5s.
This is the only thing in combat.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, you know what? Knight of Shrouds will just stay there and fight. Hitting on 4, 3s. We got 2. And are you ready for the Steve's ready for the injury roll. And 3s to wound. Oh, no, you get 2 armor
Oh, you
saves.
get 2 armor saves. Hey, make
You
one.
fail one.
Alright.
So rolling on the chart.
Oh!
Wait.
Hero of the day!
What does that do again? There's modifiers that becomes a flesh wound, so you just gain a wound token.
Can't stop Huron.
Can't stop Huron. I guess that was Steve's turn. Well played, Steve.
Well played. We got my time. We got my time. I can't run this way next thing, but you gotta find out which way the chart's coming.
Right. Now we move on to turn 3 for the forces of the dead. In my hero phase, this vampire lord will do Mystic Shield on the Blood Knights. Getting it, unless you want to try and stop it.
I don't believe I'm close enough.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah.
And he'll just do Arcane Bolt because Amaranthian Orb hits my own guys. So I don't want to hit my own Blood Knights. If I can avoid it. And I do get it, so just 1 mortal wound. Nay. For movement on these guys, they're going to go whoosh and around just to do some mortal wounds as they pass over the skeletons. They're going to have to end up charging them. I couldn't pass over, I would have been able to make it. I guess I could have ran. Nah, they're fine there. Rolling a dice for every model that passed over them as they moved. No mortal wounds. Blood Knights are going to move up to here. And the Vampire Lord move up to here. Whereas these Vargeist will fly over this way. Graveguard moving up in bricks. This is where I miss moving trays. Marching up, and you know what? I don't know why. I'm just gonna run them an extra 5. Running this Vampire Lord, an extra 4. Flap, 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 flap. Running Blood Knights, an extra 3. Trot, 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 trot. Vargeist flapping their Vargeist wings and running as they do so. Flapping over here. Forgot to move these guys a wee bit. They're just gonna skirt around. And I guess they'll whoosh. Each one will go whoosh over that poor skeleton's head. Whoosh. And whoosh. They'll stay more than 3 away though. And they're gonna go over here. Rolling 5 dice for the guys that ran over them. That's 2 mortal wounds. I'll reroll for that one over there. There you go, 2 mortal wounds. Doop, 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 doop. And then at the end of the movement phase.
While you're taking that in, I owe you a battle shock test to his last third.
They're leadership 10.
Yeah. Oh, 1 more has bleed.
Oh wow. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. So
now it's balanced.
Now we have probably over 4,000 points of undead in 2 forces. We got 2 vampires leading Legion of Blood. The remaining forces that were outside of the gates marching in, as well as the hunted.
No, Steve, we don't need to raid today. I need more room for models.
I need more room for my thousands of points army. So it's a good. Okay, to be fair, you haven't been killing anything. So it looks like So Steve's giving up. He doesn't want to fight Nighthaunt.
I haven't given up. I'm trying to do smart play.
No, it's fair. I do this. I would do this. I would do this too. But Steve is saying that he can't kill Nighthaunt in campaigns.
In campaigns. No, in the regular game they're fine, but in campaigns they don't die.
They just don't die in campaign. They always roll 10 up charges. They always make a 4-up save. They can't die. So as you can see, the first wave is still staying strong. I think I've only lost 2 chain rasp and 3 of those guys.
Yeah, it's 5 miles, Luca.
Yeah, you've been holding back. And then these guys march on. They're not doing anything immediately, but they're imposing. And then the rest of the Nighthaunt show up, being led by Reikenor, the Grim Hailer, as he's been, well, you've been his quarry for quite a while, and I guess he's found that this is a good point to catch you. This is, you're seemingly trapped, you have no way of escape, and this is your tomb. So welcome to your demise. Except maybe this individual is going to be able to save you. Would you like to roll the d6 to see where he shows up? So wait, okay.
I really want a 1, 2, or 3.
I think I said 4 up, 1, 2, 3, right?
Roll low. No, what am I thinking? I'm playing Death Watch. I'm playing Death Wing. I'm playing Death Wing.
You're gonna roll low.
I gotta roll that Terminator save.
Terminator save.
I gotta shot with a bolt gun and...
Yeah! Alright! The hulking vampire creature stooped through the doorway, skidding to a halt, and splattering a descending fell bat with the backhand of his massive claw.
My queen!
He roared.
Your chain waits!
Well, it's pretty basic, Steve. Just get your heroes. We'll stay within 6-inch radius of the corner of the edge.
All of them?
Yes. Well, how about
just one of them?
Just one of them? We'll see how many you get there. We'll see what I decide. Finishing out my turn now. Charging with them. They make it. Whee. Charging with them. They make it 6 inches. Sure, we'll go like this. Blood Knight's charging. 4 inches, good enough. Crash. We're gonna charge the Vampire Lord. 6 inches. He'll re-roll. He's some a little bit higher. Dang it. For this nonsense, these guys are gonna charge 5. They actually fail. He'll tell them to re-roll. Last command point. Hey, there's an 8. All we're really doing is effectively pulling in Zana. We're gonna cut down these poor human beings. If Night of Shrouds will charge, he gets the Nighthaunt charge. Ooh. Well, he's just gonna go here. He'll go there instead because he has to be within an inch of the base to attack. That's fair. Attack with the sword. We got 2 hits. 2 wounds. That was into the graveyard.
I'm assuming he's a
6 armor.
Ooh, character? Nope.
Oh, she's too far. That's 4 dead. Bang, bang. Crunch, crunch. Dead. I have the horsey attacks as well, actually. 1 hit, 1 wound. And kills 1 more. And the Morn Ghoul will attempt to charge. He needs a 9. Nope. And then the rest is fine. Go with the Blood Knights first, Steve.
Okay, you pull him.
Alright. You want me to roll those 3? No. They're all dead.
Well, between all of this, I'm not going to fight. Yeah, they're all dead. I'll play these.
So they're not going to really bother piling in. Maybe
you can go ahead and pile them as you see all this.
That's it. Boom. And then chances are they get to pile in, so they'll go like this. Just to kind of quickly get these out of the way, just so you guys don't see me killing 10 skeletons. Yeah. We should have fought over here first, but it is what it is.
As long as we stay right where she is. Actually, she's going to go this way a little bit.
Yeah, she got a good reach.
No
power though.
And 3s. Nice. Oh,
that's still pretty good. 4 up ethereal save. Oh!
6 damage!
So that's 4, 6. Not too shabby. Wholly within 12 of him. So that is actually going to be 5 damage, which still kills that off and kills 2 more. So we'll kill and leave. That'll be the Hellwraith. I'll go with them, cut down some humans on 4s. That's 1 more wound and 2 more humans. That's 3 dead humans so far. And I gotta do the horsies. Horsies are on 4s and 5s and 2 wounds. That's 6 out saves on the humans. 2 more humans get trampled. And these graveyard are gonna pile in. Oh man, I keep forgetting. I should probably fight with the proper things. Hey, you know what? I'm sure he'll live.
3s and 3s. Ooh.
Oh wow.
I don't think it worked.
Huh. 5 normal saves with 4 up. And so far we are suffering 2 damage, and we have 2 damage saves. That's 4 damage. Okay, so I take 5 in total. He's got 2 wounds left. Oh, 1 wound left.
Oh my.
So I'll go ahead with him. He's just gonna go ahead and he'll put 3 of his sword attacks into them, and 1 sword into the skeletons and the hooves into the skeletons. So we'll do the 1 sword into the skeletons. Hits and wounds at a negative of 1, so they have no save, they're just dead. And then 3 sword attacks into them, 2 hits, and 1 wound at negative 1. They have a 6-up armor save. And it kills 2 more of them. Huron!
Hero gets a hit, not a wound.
And then I guess I'll just go ahead and attack into Huron with the Sword of Stolen Hours. We have 3 hits and 3 wounds. Oh! We have a horsey. Nothing. Wow, he survived. That's huge. I forgot to charge with the train rasp. I'll just, it's fine. I apologize. we'll do one quick thing. I'll charge with the chain rasp. They'll charge the skeletons. Skeletons all die. There's no way the skeletons would live against 2 squads of 20 chain rasp. Those end there, clearing up the screen there. So it's just some regular human beings and the poor heroes that have to get over this way. It's your hero phase.
We're gonna summon some skeleton friends. Alright, we're gonna miss some Shield Augustus.
Go!
That's enough, +1.
Yes, that's true. We'll try and stop with this Guardian of Souls. We do.
Right.
Let's empower Augustus.
No.
Wait, why didn't you do Curse of Years?
No. Oh yeah. Oh, not range.
I guess. Oh, that's true, range. I guess.
Oh, we're gonna empower Zana.
Zana's gonna empower herself successfully. I'm not gonna try and stop that.
I'm not gonna use a command point. I'm gonna need them.
Okay.
Show Arcane Bolt.
Arcane Bolt. Try and take out that one guy. That's a 12. I can't even stop that. Oh, you know what? You might as well roll it because I could ignore it. It's gonna be 4, and I don't. He's dead. Dead. He's got a master plan.
It's time to run. He's running.
4.
Okay. We choose. This is the spot we're gonna die together.
Is that where you're all gonna end?
Yeah.
Zana
Zana's gonna run and retreat.
running and retreating.
She's a little slower. Alright, we're gonna send Maeve.
An extra 2.
Ooh, she's slow.
Oh no, this is where you're gonna die,
Let's send in the Necromancer. I mean, my new...
That's Queen Eshnuuna.
Eshnuuna. And then Augustus. Oh, goodness. The humans.
The human.
We gotta make that 6.
Okay, you're gonna make that automatic 6 for the command push.
Yeah.
Screen! You must screen! What about
This is not working, this is not working. You gotta change this.
what about a good old Huron there?
The Huron's gonna run a retreat.
Right, wow.
Yeah, Huron!
You know what, this is the first game he hasn't had broken legs in a while. yeah, Huron.
Okay! Alright, Luca, get past my previous defense.
I'm sorry, is that just 5 human beings?
No, wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Running.
Oh, those are yours! 2!
Mine will only move 4, right? Yours move 6, mine move 4?
Yeah, no, yours can move 6 too. Yours can move 6 too.
Alright.
I moved mine 6 accidentally earlier, so you can go ahead and move your 6 if you want.
You know what?
They're empowered on Shaiish. That's it. That's the narrative. What do you mean,
I don't know what to do.
Just scream. Boom. Boom. Surely you'll make it. Surely. Hero phase, we're gonna have Mystic Shield put on them. No, on the Morngul. That makes more sense. Yeah, we'll do it on the Morngul.
We'll try to stop it with her, I guess.
Yeah, they're both the same. Oh, you do! Alright, no, none of that. He's a level 1. Arcane Bolt. He gets it.
I don't think I'm close enough. I'm close enough.
And you stop it. And then he's not in range for Amaranthian or Arcane Bolt, so he's done.
Really done.
And to save you the monotonous maneuvering of all of this, we just ran everything in this direction. The only thing that didn't run were... Oh, okay, yeah, they don't have to run. They just go boom right there, yeah. Everything else pretty much ran except for the Chain Rasp, the 2 squads of Chain Rasp there, and him. Like, all this stuff didn't run. So we're gonna go right on the charges. Morgul might as well go in first and get the of course, Nighthaunt charge. Hey! Maybe I went a little overboard, eh? Maybe I did. Oh yeah, I gotta fight first. And we hit on 3s. 6s are frightful touches, so we have 4 mortal wounds. This is all Maeve. This is all Maeve. 3s to wound her. We got 4. 2. 1. Alright. I have an armor save on her, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8 damage. She's rolling on the chart. That's a 10. That's a head wound for Maeve. That's -1 hit for the rest of the battle. X-ray is gonna charge. 4, good enough. Into you know who. Boom. Now the Shroud's charging. A 7. He's just gonna go. Yeah, he'll go in there. And then those guys will charge a 7. We'll get 1 of them in. We're just gonna really beat up this guy. Just really bully him. Chain Rasp charging. We'll do the back one. 9. Let's put them. We'll surround these guys. Oh, I turned my back for a second while Steve moved him up. He also removed all his graveyard. So they're gonna charge. I think the Watchers are done though here. 4. And lastly them. No Nighthaunt charge. But they will go in.
Just 1's enough.
I guess 1 is enough. Go with the Morngul first, and he'll just beat up Maeve some more. But I will beat up Augustus. No, I'm gonna do Maeve. I'll do 2 on Maeve, the rest on Augustus. Augustus! Ooh, no more wounds. He's got 2 up armor save. And I think does he have Mystic Shield or I stop it?
Oh, you stopped it.
I think I stopped it, yeah. And these are 3 wounds on him at -1. That's 4 damage. And into Maeve, 2 hits, 2 wounds at -1. That is, yep, they're rolling on the chart +1. That's a 10 again.
Another head wound.
Another head wound, so you got 2.
I'm ahead!
Now she's -2 to hit for the rest of the game. Anna! You're gonna try and take out the Night Shrouds.
Yep. All 3s. She's empowered.
Yeah,
and 3s. She's empowered.
4. You get through that nasty 4-up save. Yes,
9
that's
damage.
9 damage. I'm just gonna roll the 6 and say he's dead. He is, exactly. Well, plus the other 3. So he goes down. These 2 hex rays will go ahead and bully. You know what? They're gonna pile in and around. One of them is gonna attack Augustus. The other one is gonna attack Huron. The one attacking Augustus is the Hellwraith. We have 1 hit, wound on a 3, no wound, and we got the Horsey. 1 hit, no wound. And we got the 2 attacking Huron, 2 attacks on Huron, 1 hit. A wound at -1. He is rolling on the chart, +3. That's a 10. He's got another head wound. He's -2 to hit. All right, and he's up to 3 wound tokens. Zerenian will pile around.
Oh, actually, I have a handman, not you.
Oh yes.
Oh, you're dead. I don't need to. I do, but
that's true. I'm undead. That's right.
Normally hit on 2s, but 3s now. And 3s.
Get a reroll.
Sorry, I forgot about the reroll by 1 hit. Hey, hit. No wound.
So it's 2 wounds still. The rend doesn't matter. We fail 1, make 1.
2 damage.
2 damage. I have no heroes nearby. 8 wounds remaining. Go with these hex wraiths. They're gonna pile in and try and beat up humans.
I'm gonna pull from this side, leave 1 over there, so that when they go, they're gonna finish off the last ones.
Yeah, and then it'll endlessly pile in, and then you get to go again.
May's gonna go to here. I'm not gonna bother attacking.
To double -2 to -1 to hit. All right. These guys are pretty beat up. These are the Vargeist attacks on 3s with the hero included. 3s with a rend of 1, so 3. These are all on Huron, so he's got 3. Yeah. Oh, that's +4.
Yeah, 14.
And that is felled. All right, he is out of here.
Best way to get you guys off the table.
So he gets +2 to his injury roll now for his own crippled upgrade and the fact that he was felled.
My turn. I will attack with her though.
Ooh, yeah, she's not bad.
3s and 3s, so 4s. Hey, and 3s. 2.
And I got my 4-ups. Fail both. 2d3 damage. Nice. Wow, that's huge. 6 damage. He's down to 2. Almost cut down. We still have Augustus to go as well. For myself, it's just these guys who just kind of pile in. I have no other real combat.
Well, the humans move in there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you know what? They're happy there. And Augustus, take out this Morgul. He's just -1 to hit.
All right. So sword hits on 4s now.
Okay.
And it wounds on 4s. 1.
1. I make the save.
Hammer will be hitting on 5s. And 3s. He'll do 2 damage.
Is it? I thought it was it flat 2s?
Yep.
50-50, he's dead, eh? Oh! For my turn, I have no more fighting to do unless you do.
No.
Yeah, we didn't attack with Maeve earlier because she's -3 to hit the Morgul.
Yeah.
Wait, but does she actually hit on 3s or does she hit on 4s? 6s always hit.
All right, let's roll her then.
Yeah, because he's only got 2 wounds left. So we are going to roll her double head wound.
Cruel talons.
On 6s.
Nothing. And mandible. Nothing.
No, okay, that could have been it though. Steve, you say you have a plan. This is your turn. I have nothing left. Can
Yes.
the Watchers break through?
First, we have to arcane bolt you.
Ooh.
With the
Queen?
The vampire. Yep.
Get +1 to this. That's a 6. I will stop it or attempt to stop it. I think he's only got 1 on bind. You know what? We'll do it with that vampire lord over there. We do.
Okay. Already cursive years.
Oh, you could, yeah. So you get it with a 7. I'm definitely gonna try and stop that. I don't. We're gonna kill the Morgul. Oh!
We're gonna ball lightning on this weird little angle.
All right, we're gonna hit the Morgul. It's very important to kill the Morgul. Okay.
11.
Oh, jeez. Oh, one unbind. We're failing it. That's my last unbind. The 3 more wounds. He's dead.
Yes!
He falls over dead. Whew, he can't take it. I forgot I got Reikenor as well, but he's pretty far. And also, I already failed.
We're gonna empower Zana on his Zana.
Zana empower Zana. Hey, nice.
And then
that's a 12. I can't stop it.
We're gonna spend a command point to empower him as well.
Ooh. That is. I'll try and stop that with Reikenor. That's a 7. And I fail. 2 command points left after that.
We're gonna run.
Ooh.
And we're gonna run. And the queen.
The queen will run. I can't believe she failed Curse of Years again. Oop. Augustus is running and retreating.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a good roll. So he's currently empowered, and so is Zana. And what's Zana doing?
Zana's gonna want to retreat. That's gonna have to be a 6.
Yeah, we're gonna auto make it a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to clear the 3-inch. So you got 1 command point left. It brings it to my turn then, I suppose. Over here, we are going to Mystic Shield. Now the Morgul is down. Lost a lot of hitting power there. Woo! Got the Mystic Shield though.
Try.
No, that'll go on them for sure. No one else is really in range for their spells. as the heroes are making a pretty good break over here. I'm going to go right on to movement, where it's pretty critical that we stop them in their tracks. Reikenor is screaming, or mentally telling the other ghosts. I don't know, how would he communicate? Using ghost telepathy to speak to these spirit hosts and tell them to tie up the heroes, stop them in their tracks. Alright, after some studio ducks attacked us, we're moving the rest of the models and the heroes are surrounded over here.
Casting them out!
I'm all composed now. They are surrounded on all sides. Let the charging begin. If only you could get to the door. Okay, so you have to just get to like here. That's the rough part. You gotta get to like right there. It's like 6 inches from the corner. You gotta get to that die. Anyone who gets, we won't even say holy within, we'll just say gets within that line.
Okay.
Just touch the base. Get in there, and that's all you have to do.
Okay.
Charging though, we're gonna start with the spirit host charging, and they're gonna get not a Nighthaunt charge, but I'll command point reroll anyways. No, I fail. I didn't get the Nighthaunt charge.
That was me. That was me.
Did that scare you?
Yeah.
And we're just gonna go in there and really start giving you the ghost bodies. I believe in you. Vargeist. Oh, they're not Nighthaunt.
Oh, okay. I pooped.
Okay, you're stuck in this very tiny area where their numbers don't matter. Nighthaunt, or the Hex Rays 1 going in. And then Hex Rays number 2 going in. Yup. We'll keep them separate though.
Who are you fighting with first?
We'll go with the spirit host first. And those 3 will all go after Lord Augustus. Yeah. And he's only got 1 wound left, so bam! He suffers that wound, but he's got Deathless Revenant, where he gets, is it D3 wounds back?
D3!
Boom, once per game. He goes right back up to 3 after that attack. On his turn.
Alright, we're gonna go after
Well, the Vargeist are pretty weak. They have a bad save.
Yeah, I'll go after them completely.
Alright. Is she
3,
empowered?
she's empowered.
Oh, that's right, she is. Nice.
And the 3s, -2.
Ooh. Oh, we get to reroll your empowered.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 2 fails. 6 of armor saves. And I make 1, that's 3, 6, 9 damage. There was 12 wounds in total in that unit. You're off by... We'll keep that one alive, I guess. He'll die. So that's 3, 4, 8, and then he'll take 1 damage. Down to 3. I will go with these Hex Wraiths. They're going to pile in and attack Zana. 5 attacks because of the Hell Wraith on 4s. And 3s. 3 booms. -1. She got a 3 up.
You should have take 2.
Horsies. 4s. And 5s. Nothing.
We'll go with our new vampire.
Queen Eshnuuna. Is she going to try and take out the Vargeist?
Yeah.
Queen Eshnuuna.
3s!
Pretty good.
And 3s. These are -2.
That's no save. 2d3 damage. And dead. I wasn't within 6 inches of him to get Deathless Minions. That's why I did not roll them earlier. So that does free up against the Vargeist. They did nothing. What I have left are these Hex Wraiths. We'll go 1 and 1. 1 into Maeve, 1 into Zana. And these are the Hell Wraith into Zana. 4s, 0 hits. Hex Wraith into Maeve. 1 hit, 3 to wound. That's a wound. Friend of 1.
Good.
Oh, she got 3 up?
Yep.
That's pretty good. Horsey into her, I forgot about. And Horsey into Zana. Double hit. And 1 wound. No rend. 1 damage.
He takes it.
Augustus.
Augustus is up. We're gonna do his sword. He's empowered.
He is empowered. Are these into the Hex? Or
Yeah,
the
that's what they have range.
That's right.
And 4s.
Rerolling.
4
4 ups. I think you stopped my Mystic Shield.
No.
Oh, I did. So I got 6 up to ignore damage. That's I ignored. Hammy.
Hammer time.
Rerolling. Wait, no, 3 hits, right? No. It hits on 4.
It's on 4s and wound.
4 up. Yep, Nighthaunt. Brilliant.
And it's on 2s. He rerolls against dead. And we wound on 3s. 3 of them.
4 up. And how much damage?
2 each.
2 each. That is 1 damage. And we'll put you down at 2, and we have Maeve attacking.
Mandible. Misses. And Cruel Talons. Hey, 2 hits.
Okay.
1 wound.
And that is into the Hex Rays. That's a save. Alright, Steve, I think we need a Clutch Curse of Ears.
Yeah.
That'd be huge. Clutch Curse of Ears taking
Yeah,
them
we
out.
give a lot of characters.
Yes.
Alright, Curse of Ears, we're going with that first.
Oh, that's a fail. You needed 1 more.
Alright.
She will Mystic Shield Augustus. Unless she wants to...
I failed anyway, it didn't matter.
Oh, jeez. Wow, 2 fail spells. So who was that casting Mystic Shield?
It was her.
Oh, it was her, okay.
We're going to empower Augustus.
Okay.
Want to stop that?
Yes, I would love to. That's a 7 and an 8. I fail.
Power Zana.
That's a total of 8, eh? So, that's a command point to that. I might as well try and stop it with the other Vampire Lord. I fail.
Ball Lightning.
That's good. I'll try and stop with this guy. I fail.
We're going to go here to there.
And we're going to be hitting him, them, and him.
That's the plan.
So it's...
Do them. They take 2.
6 to ignore. Kill off the not Hellwraith. Ball Lightning on them. 1 more wound, which we do not ignore, so down to 1.
And this guy.
The hero. 2, which he ignores 1.
Amazing to shoot first.
Which hits on 2's base, so 4's now.
Yeah.
So 2d6.
5 shots. I like that.
Or you think we'll do the command point to hit everyone?
No.
No, okay.
2 hits.
4s and 5s.
Nothing. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go with Zeronian.
And old Bill.
Oh, big old Bill. Yeah. D3 plus 1. 3 shots on 2s. And 3s. 2.
Rend won't matter against them. They suffer 0 damage. The Spirit Host, yeah, they're unstoppable.
Use our cloak and we're going to empower it.
2 shots. He's empowered.
3s.
Rerollable. There you go.
3s and 3s.
Rerollable. There you go. It'd be huge if I could fail both of these 4-ups. And it's 2. So I will ignore those on 6s. I don't. So that kills this one off. And it'll say it wounds this one. Down to 2.
Then it's going to go, but she's going to pile in like this.
Or you're not running or anything, you're just going to run into combat?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you just did shooting.
Yeah, we can't get away.
That's right.
Yeah.
We gotta kill him.
So we're after these ghosts. 3s, but we're empowered. And 3s.
5.
Now you.
So you're thinking, if I fail all of these, you're in a good spot. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% right. That's not bad.
9 damage.
You're okay with that?
9 damage.
6 to ignore. 9 becomes 9. 2, 5. Wait, no. 2. Yeah, 5. 8. And then 1 more damage. Zana, the hero, down to 2. With the Spirit Host, it's going to go here and pile in. They're both going to attack Augustus. All right. Hitting on 5s. We have 3 more wounds. That's enough to make him roll.
It's down.
He's dead.
It's down.
He's dead. He's down. Do you want to concede?
No.
No. Queen! I'm going to try and take him out.
3s.
Okay, good start.
3s.
Okay, 4 up. We make it.
Okay, your turn.
Go with these guys.
Attacking her?
Yes.
I'll just roll it now.
Okay. +2. That's a 5, 6, 7. It's a wounded arm.
It's just, there's nothing.
It's just -1 to hit.
It's nothing.
It's nothing?
Well, because I'm already hitting on 6s.
Oh, that's fair. So she's -3 to hit in total.
So ready in. Hitting on 2s.
Rerollable because they're deaf. And he's wounded on 3s, was it?
Yep.
That's 3.
3.
4 up. That's
2 damage each.
That's 4 damage in total. And that's 4 damage. That's you dead, and you're down to 1. Okay. Now this Hellwraith is going to stay right there and attack Zana.
Wait, are you done? Did they attack?
Wait, these ones attack them.
Oh, right, it's 2s. Yeah.
1 hit. 1 wound at -1. 4 up. She's taking 1 more damage. And then I got the horsey. Horsey knows best. Horsey does double damage maybe. Whoa. Oh, she's going down to the horse! And 12. You were this close. You were this close. You just got, it's my turn. So hero phase. We're going to Arcane Bolt.
Yep.
Cool. You got it with a 7, 8. You stop with a 9. We are going to Amaranthine Orb. Amaranthine Orb. The only one in range is the Queen. And if I get a 9+, the Locust of Shaiish goes off. So we naturally do. So she gets hit by Amaranthine Orb twice. So the first Amaranth only goes off on a 4-up. It hits her on a 4-up. It does. It's D6 mortal wounds. She suffers 5 mortal wounds.
I forgot my hair. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Okay.
7. Broken arm. That's what it hit.
That's fair. And now the second.
I'm looking at the wound table, Luca.
Are you very familiar? You're very familiar. Does she only have 5 wounds?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. You know what? That makes sense. Second Amaranthine Orb. Nope. I'll do Mystic Shield on them. We get it.
I'm gonna start moving you guys.
He's gonna start moving my guys.
3 inches away.
And everything's moved up and surrounded them. I guess I'll charge. Oh, geez, this is pretty bad. Cool. Let's see if he makes it over. 7? Yeah, he'll jump over. Whoosh. Flies.
Joke's on you. Now you can't get your other guys in there.
I know.
Yeah, Mongo's pretty good though.
Yeah, Mongo's pretty good. Yeah, Mongo's pretty good. Ooh, the Vampire Lord. He's gonna charge. Oh yeah, he'll make it in. He'll hit the Queen, and then we're gonna have the Blood Knights charge. Oh yeah, they'll make it in. And we'll put the Castellan in first. Then I'll go with I'll go the Mongol first into. That's a really good question. You know what? I think anything is the right call here. And at this point, I'm just trying to be malicious. I'm just gonna hit Zerenian. 3s. We have 4 mortal wounds.
Oh, he's dead.
He's got 5 wounds. So 3s to wound, and he simply has 4 saves at -1.
Okay. 5 up. He's gonna roll.
He's gonna roll. Double 12. Oh,
not Zerenian.
not bad. I think that's just the flesh wound. I think he just gets a wound token. What's your goal?
Alright, I'll have her go into the knights.
Okay.
3s. And 3.
Okay. We'll go with the vampire.
She's in a 4. She broke her arm.
Oh, okay. We'll go with the Vampire Lord into her. He gets +1 attack for being Legion of Blood. 5 attacks! He's a Legion of Blood. 4 hits. Yeah, 4 hits. 3 to wound. That's 4 more wounds. This is on poor. She's got no save. She's rolling +1. That's an 11. She's got pulverized. She gets knocked into the ground.
Just 2 wound tokens on her now.
Just gonna leave it like that. There we go.
Save.
Into the
Jaw.
Oh, it hits! It wounds.
Yeah, okay.
4 up. No, that's flat. I think it's like flat 6. I can't remember what the rule on that one was.
No,
6 more wounds.
But does not carry over, so it just kills 1.
Alright. Kill the not Hellwraith off.
Claw. Okay, we're done.
Oh, wait, 6. That's right. Yeah. Spirit Host against Zerenian. Yeah. More wounds. Zerenian's rolling. That's a total of 9. That's a chest wound for the
Watch
pull.
1 wound for this game.
Okay.
He's attacking the Spirit Host. 3 hits. Oh, wait, reroll because you're undead.
I am undead, yep. So 4 hits.
4 hits. And 4's the wound. There you go, 3.
4 up.
You dead. Oh, 2 wounds.
Oh yeah, 6 damage. Oh, he does just die. And then the potential opening, but the Blood Knights will go. And they're gonna go boop, boop, and that's pretty much it. So we have 1 attacking Zerenian, 1's gonna be attacking the Queen. Castellan will have 5 attacks because of Legion of Blood, 1 miss, and 2 wounds. Ren 1. And rolling on the chart, that's a 7 plus what?
9.
2? 9 again.
Another chest wound.
So he's down up to 3 wound tokens. And the normal Blood Knight attacking the Queen. 1 hit.
You showed enough to hit me?
Sorry?
You showed enough to hit me?
Well, I get +1 to hit, that's right.
Oh.
So I do hit 3 times. And I wound twice at -1, so no save. She's rolling on the chart again. That's an 8.
8.
She's up to 3, and then I think everything else is gone.
My turn.
Yes. So I get this 1 Hex Wraith, the Hell Wraith to attack Maeve. 3 attacks on 4s. Double hit. 3s at -1. That's +3. So an 11.
9.
Oh, 8. Sorry, 9. Yeah.
Oh,
She's pretty hurt. Up to 4 wound tokens. She's pretty much crippled. Steve's turn.
my turn. I'm going to fight you in the combat phase into these knights.
Okay.
Reroll.
Okay. He's at -2 to wound now, I think. So 1 wound.
No, I went on. Yeah, 1 wound.
With a 5 up then because of the rend. We fail it. Flat 2 damage. I do have a hero nearby. I take 1.
Okay.
She can't do anything until the turn she stands up, and neither of them have hero phase abilities. So, Morgul is just going to go, yep, boom, boom, boom. He's got 8 attacks, so he'll go 3, 6, 2. He just convinced me to go 3, 6, 2 because there's more models to attack over this phase. That's fair. I get behind that logic. Into Maeve. She's rolling. 2 more wounds from Frightful Touch.
+4? Alright, she did.
And that's actually a bad one. That was felled, so that's +1 to the injury roll after the game. +1 to hit the Queen on the ground. 2 hits. And 1 wound because +1 to wound.
Oh, goodness. Oh, it's filled. It's 13.
Yep, that's felled. She's out of here. That's +1 on the injury roll. And then we had 2 attacks against Zerenian. We got 1 hit and no wound. I've killed everything else, so the vampire was going to go in and try and take him out. Okay. I feel like oh wait, we missed everything. And then
this guy?
it was even in 3.
Oh yeah. You're rolling this. I don't care. You're doing this. You're doing it.
I don't want to anymore. Nope, 2 hits. 2 wounds. Oh, 1 failed save, and that's plus
8, then 11. Oh, 11. We're still.
Oh, we're still
pulverized.
Oh, pulverized. That's perfect. We have the 2 Blood Knights going in now. So we have all the Blood Knight attacks. They didn't charge this time, so they all hit because of +1 to hit, and they all wound.
How
so
many?
that many. It's 4, 7, at -1, and we're rolling, and it's +4, and that's 12 exactly.
Just felled.
Okay. So we're gonna have to figure something out here now, because.
Yeah, well, we didn't get the throne room, and thousands and thousands of undead are just trampling our corpses. And we're talking to the queen, welcome to the party! It's like being watch your death!
This is pretty much the standard.
We're just going that way!
Thank you for that. We've cleaned up, and before we proceed with the final story time, each one of these people have to roll on the injury chart. Now, some of them were not felled, some of them were like obliterated. So we know Huron's rolling +1 for sure, because that's just his base ability.
Oh, dude,
well, yeah, so...
Everybody got felled.
Okay, so we know that they rolled downed. So, not down, yeah, down, so they were just taken out normally. And he is +2 because of his built-in ability. Now, because that mission went so poorly, and the narrative changes because of it, you guys are being picked apart as they're being rescued, and you'll see in the story time as they're being rescued.
No.
So each one of these is also going to get an additional +2. Ooh, so he's +4.
Oh, you died!
He's +4. He's +4. Be quiet, you're mean. Leave him alone.
No, because he was 10 plus, he's dead.
Okay, you want to roll him right now?
Yeah, 10 plus! No!
He only got a 7. So he's got a broken arm.
That's the injury table.
Oh, that's the wrong table? Yeah. So he's -1 to hit and wound for the next mission. That's not a bad injury. These were all +1, so now they're all +3. So we'll start with the queen. That's a 14.
Oh, she did.
All right, so that's not dead. That's actually mangled. So the way it works is, for me to explain this the easiest way is on the the odd episodes, if they roll 14 plus, they're mangled. They roll twice on the chart, we're rolling 14s. And in the vault episodes is where they can die. We're trying this method out just for ease of the narrative, because we do have Miles Drake writing these episodes. So say she dies right now, she was pretty important for the next story time and the next mission, whereas she wouldn't have been important in the next set of missions coming next week. So right now she's rolling twice on the table. She can die next mission. So it's still the +3 to both rolls. So it's rolling 14s. So we got a 13 and a... Rerolling that. So we got 13. There we go, and 12. We got Blind Eye and Maimed Arm. The character permanently is -1 to hit and wound for the rest of the campaign. And the character permanently suffers -1 to hit with all attacks because of the Blind Eye as well. So her arm is maimed and she lost an eye. So that effectively cripples her in close combat. You're gonna have to really rely on her, magical capabilities. Maimed Arm is -1 to hit and wound permanently for the rest of the campaign, and Blind Eye is -1 to hit with all attacks for the rest of the campaign as well. So she's done. Now we have Zerenian rolling, that's a 9, which is Cracked Skull. -2 spell casting and unbinding attempts, and -1 to hit with all weapons during the next mission. So he's just -1 to hit next mission. That's not that bad. Maeve is suffering... What's that? That's 5? An 8. That's broken ribs. -1 to wound. And +1 on all wound and injury tables during the next mission. So only a next mission effect. And we finally have Zana and Augustus rolling on the injury table in this campaign. We'll start with Zana. She got +2. Ooh, that's not good. That's lamed. The character permanently suffers -1 movement and -1 to his or her run and charge rolls for the rest of the campaign. Her leg is now permanently hobbled. And of course, we have Augustus rolling +2 to this. Oh, it's only a 4. Quick recovery. Recovers normally.
All right.
Augustus is fine. And there you have it, folks. Stay tuned for the end story time for this mission, and we'll see you in the vault for episode 10 in Watchers in Death.
shortly after the arrival of Ishem Kur, announcing that the Queen's chariot was ready. The Watchers and their new ally were quickly overrun by the forces of Neferata and the Grimhailer. But before being laid low, the Queen commanded her winged allies to swoop down and aid them. Unable to fend off the attacks upon the Watchers and the allies, the Fellbats simply picked them up and started dragging them towards the ceiling, towards an escape tunnel built in. Though in doing so, the Fellbats were attacked by the enemy Fellbats and Bat Swarms. And the Watchers as well were being plucked at, raked, torn apart as they made their way to the escape tunnel. But the Fellbats of the Queen endured, eventually emerging into the night atop a parapet on the Ziggurats' second tier. Floating just above the ground was a vehicle, sporting a throne crewed by a coven of vampiresses. A veritable host of spectral steeds, riders and all, were lashed towards the strange vehicle. They thrashed and kicked, eager to take to the skies. Plucked from the ground by the talons of the same monstrous Fellbats that saved them, the Watchers were unceremoniously dumped onto the vehicle. As Queen Eshnuuna recovered from her injuries and drifted up, carried by an unseen gust of wind, as they alighted onto the throne, the entire vehicle lurched into sudden motion, hurtling skyward amidst a plume of flapping, screeching bats. Ishem Kur kept pace, his monstrous wings beating as he led the Coven throne away from the smoldering ruins of Lagash-Sin.